And just like that, we're back with a Solana update. I appreciate the Solana community, each and every one of you guys, for sticking around and showing tremendous amount of love, throughout the years. And if you want to see more of these updates on a regular day-to-day basis, you do need to let me know in the comments down below. It's really hard for me to make updates for every single project that people request. Since the year started, we have been kind of slow on all the updates, but if you want to see more regular updates, do let me know in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's really analyze and understand what's happening. So as far as the broader market is concerned, you are seeing majority of the market actually in red. And speaking about red, I'm sure at this point everyone is aware as to what's been happening over the last 2 weeks. We've been seeing a lot of market volatility. Market has actually indeed taken quite a massive hit over the last 2 weeks. So, Solana right now, though, it's down about 1%, but holding much better than, the broader market. On the weekly time frame, though, if you're looking at it from that standpoint, Sol is up 3.6%, but on the monthly time frame, it's also up 8.8%. So what is this showing us right now? Let's really pause here. What is this showing us? It shows us, that Sol is actually having better momentum than some of its other competitors, which again is something that a lot of people overlook. So we're going to actually talk about why indeed is Solana actually holding on to the momentum better than the likes of some of its other competitors and some big boys as well. So as far as the native tokens price goes, holding above $200, $203.21. We're down 0.7% in USD, down 1% in Bitcoin. Comparative market cap just below 100 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about 4.5 billion. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrencies. So as far as the total value locked, for Solana, it's $9.2 billion. And of course, we're seeing a retracement for that. But we actually did reach an all-time high for the TVL on Solana, which reached up to the likes of $12 billion, after Donald Trump coin that went live, and, the Millennial coin, and, these crazy narrative that just went, crazy. People are launching their own meme coins, really brought in more exposure towards, the Solana ecosystem. And on top of that, we've been hearing about ETFs, and there's been some major developments coming out regarding the ETFs. So could that really be the case why Solana is holding much better than the broader market? Yes, it has seen impact due to obviously the overall market momentum, but it's holding better than the broader market. And it's not rocket science. Literally, take a look at the last 1 month. You're seeing multiple coins, like 98% of the coins across the board are down double digits, and you're looking at Solana up 10%. That tells you everything you need to know, in my opinion. But look at this. Breaking Eric Buchanan, senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg, called the SEC's acknowledgement of Grayscale's Solana spot ETF filing a major shift. He noted it's the first time the SEC has recognized an ETF tied to an asset previously labeled as a security, just 6 weeks after the SEC told CBOE to withdraw its Solana filing. So again, we need to also realize we're seeing a complete shift. The SEC is seeing a restructure. Everything is seeing a restructure at this point. You're seeing more clarity coming towards in the crypto industry. Are we actually about to see Solana get its own ETF? It'd be the third asset out there that gets its ETF after Bitcoin and Ethereum. That would be a major milestone for us Solana, enthusiasts. Solana has been by far one of the best performing crypto assets over the last, 1.5 to 2 years. And I think nothing comes close to it. And even though people were writing it off late last year because, the likes of some of these other coins that did not move for years, started moving, Solana still was able to achieve a new all-time high and almost reaching $300 price point. And again, those are things that we don't need to be forgetting, right? And in terms of, the DeFi sector, in terms of, the development, in terms of what chain has a lot of interest, it's Solana without a doubt, and on-chain metrics don't lie, of course. But let's take a closer look and really understand what's happening with the price, of course, and what we could be expecting going further into the week. So if you're looking at the, dominance index, it has been obviously gaining a lot of traction yet again. If you watch my H bar update, you guys are aware of that. But, dominance index is, gaining a lot of traction yet again. And if we break out of this key resistance around the 61.8%, I think we could actually push up to almost 62.2 and possibly even start heading up to that 63% mark, which of course is not a good thing for altcoins, as we know. But if you're looking at BTC right now, Bitcoin can't make up its mind at this point. Bitcoin is having a hard time making its mind. And yes, I know a lot of people are going to come out and say, Crypto ZX, where you're talking about Bitcoin's bouncing right now, almost at $97,400. But are we going to forget what happened with Bitcoin over the last few days? We've seen several retests. 102 first, and then of course we saw 100K, then we saw 99, 102, and then here we are, bouncing once again, of course, into the 97,400 range. But very, very important key resistance once again coming in our way. If you watch my market analysis updates on a day-to-day basis, you guys know what I'm talking about. You really want to see this resistance breaking out. We want to see this resistance turning into support and actually holding above there. If not, obviously chances are of us going down to the likes of 92.5 is still there. And speaking about the 92.5, I haven't mentioned this in my Solana update because it's been some time. But what Solana holders need to realize is Bitcoin has been consolidating within this very key range literally since November. Look at this. Literally since November, we have been ranging here. And what's important of this? Why am I really pointing this out? We've been in this bullish trajectory, consolidating within the 23.6, and we have seen multiple different retests at this key support, as you can see this for yourself. And you don't want to see this support breaking at below. If this breaks below for good and we don't hold, above these key support and, make our way back into 23.6, as I've stated in a lot of my other updates, $85,000 to $80,000 is on the table still. So again, let's really put this into perspective. What does that mean for Bitcoin? We are talking about about a 15% potential drop. Now, where would that put the price of Solana, considering that factor? But before we get into that, let's really analyze and take a look at what's happening with Sol. So Sol was able to reach almost $300. Yes, some exchanges were able to actually see that $300 price point, but I am charting it on Binance. Binance did not see exactly that 300. Again, 300 is a psychological price point, but major moves, of course, very, very impressive moves, to say the least. And here we are, we did see that massive wick towards the 38.2, actually went down to 175 as the entire market corrected, but we have seen a beautiful bounce since then. And again, if you want to put this into perspective here, we have seen a bounce of about 16.7% for Sol, but very, very important for us to reclaim back above that $2, not $2, $217.36. Imagine $2. I'm sure a lot of people want those prices again. But yeah, very, very key important, resistance. Of course, we know about this, and we want to really get back above this range. Very, very important. But right now, of course, we cannot ignore what's happening with the broader market. But with that said, what I want you guys to realize is, even though we have seen a major flush, about a 50% drop for Sol's price since its all-time high just a few weeks ago, not even a month yet, and we have seen about a 50% discount. So what does this mean? Are we out of the woods yet? Because of course, we did retest down to the 175, which did not last too long. The market recovered quite fast. What are some next targets we should be looking out for? Of course, we got supported by some significant key support, but to be quite frank with you, 166, and shout out to my OG Sol holders, that have been here for quite some time. The $166 is such an important key support line for Sol. And of course, if we do drop down to like $80,000 to $85,000 Bitcoin, I think this is honestly a strong possibility, potentially even making our way down to the 150, which is a 25.8% move. I know a lot of people are going to come out and call me crazy, but I think this is the worst case scenario that could actually end up playing around. But what's really good here, what a lot of people are going to forget is, of course, we can look the way it's holding, it looks really nice. But the good thing here is, we have so much support built up over the past few, months, like the last 12 months, actually, which a lot of people are already going to forget about. That exact same support is going to come in the favor of Sol this time around. Regardless if Bitcoin were to see major flush, I think it will hold much better than the broader market due to it having major amounts of support built up. And again, obviously the speculation around the ETFs are also things that we need to consider in in our analysis, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing here for Sol, and I have no doubt that Solana will reach all-time highs once again. Yes, we are seeing some choppy levels for the broader market. The entire market is being impacted, but there's a lot of bullish things that are happening for the Solana chain in terms of development interest, retail interest, institutional interest. Now ETF, if we're able to combine that, I think it just changes the game, and it's still leading in my books as the leader of this cycle, in terms of gains. Not just the native token, also a lot of SPL coins literally change people's lives, and I love Solana. It will always have a special place in my heart. But let me know down below what you guys think. What are your personal predictions? Love each and every one of you guys. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.